So, I am super excited to share with you my very first bouquet since we're living in Japan. It is absolutely beautiful. I am thoroughly pleased with it. This is my reference photo. This is what I was trying to recreate. And then, are you ready? Look how beautiful. Look how amazing. Aren't those colors just the best? I am just amazed, stunned, pleased. Oh, I love it so much. I love me for making it. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. And I'm so excited to do this again in my next video. I think it's just gonna be the coolest. And I hope you guys are loving this series. I'm calling it a series, but it's really just taken over my life. So thanks for supporting my interests. You guys are really, really amazing. I love your support so much. You guys you're so kind, you're so sweet. I love that you love what I do. That is just the coolest thing ever. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come back for more really awesome content. And I hope you guys love watching how I actually made it. Thank you. So first I started with my beautiful roses because those were really the centerpiece of this photo. And I was completely in love with this photo, and I just have been feeling super inspired by real life lately. And so I've been spending a lot of time on Pinterest collecting beautiful photos that I just have to get out of my system. So I have been working on so many of these cool bouquets, and I am just so excited that I get to share them with you here on YouTube. So this second flower is Gaffrey, and the main thing about this flower is that it's a circle and it's kind of got two tones to it. At least that's what I wanted to create. So my first go around of these did not really work well. So I did have to do it twice, and I'll show you a comparison of the two of them next to each other, and then you can see. But you can see how I'm trying to create an ombre effect by inserting the lighter color into the darker color and then letting it fill out and kind of be on top but come from the inside out. It didn't work that way. I wasn't going in far enough. So I'm going to redo those in a second, but first I'm going to show you how I made these little daisies. So you can just simply use a piping nail as well in this area, but I decided to use my cake stand because I was just in the mood to use it. Do you like my new cake stand? It's pink. I love it. I think it's so pretty. Of course, my daisies needed the perfect yellow center, and I just mixed my own using a little bit of titanium white and some yellow paint. And I always like squishing my paint towards the front of the bag, and then I just created these perfect little circles, and already you can feel the springy vibes coming out with all of these beautiful flowers. I've got some bright pink, I've got some light purple, I've got some white, and I just love the combination already. Okay, you see this Gaffrey, how I'm really inserting that white color deep inside of the darker one. I don't really know how to explain it, so I'm just gonna let the visuals do the trick. but these are so much more perfect. They are round versus lumpy, which is really important to me. And also I'm just loving this new way of creating this ball-shaped flower, because how fun is that? To get a little ball shape, but then it's also ombre. That's super cool. And then I'm just going to take some green and white, and I am trying to create the softest green effect on these Queen Anne's lace. So when I first started piping, the main color that kept coming through was the white, and then as I got towards the end of piping the flower, it started having just the faintest green. It looks so pretty. It doesn't quite show up on camera the way it does in real life, but I think it's just beautiful. I was so pleased with it. And then I actually was planning to create an 8x8 canvas with this artwork. So here you can see me placing my flowers and realizing that there is no way I can actually fit them all on here and make it look nice. And then this is when I pulled out the 12x12, which is my favorite. I'm most comfortable working with it. And then I started prepping my canvas. And I really was interested in trying to make a super textured and a marbled effect in the background. So I did play around with a couple different techniques and colors and just a variety of things to make this background super interesting. I used some sand texture because it was super gritty, and I was really trying to make it super cool and interesting. I wanted it to be kind of a bluish gray, like a neutral blue in the background. So here you can see me kind of blending out my colors. I have some white on the canvas already, and then I'm just adding in some pale blue, some gray. I spent a really long time just getting this background to the perfect marbled look. And then here you can see that I took some of the sand medium and I created the perfect table. And then here I'm trying a new technique that I've just come up with, and I think it's really cool. And it's where I take a piece of acetate and I set it on top of the painting, and then I piped the vase onto that because I wanted the vase to be perfect, and when it dried I wanted to be able to trim any excess edges and anything like that, and if I were to put it directly on the canvas I wouldn't be able to do that. But I wanted the scale to be correct, so I figured out exactly how to do it, and then of course I spent a long time shaping and reshaping again the vase and all of the details on that. And then I left it to dry while I touched up a couple more details on the back of this canvas. And then this was so fun for me. I spent a long time creating the perfect wispy background for this. So these are not textured flowers. These are meant to be kind of blurry, like they're fading into the background. And this was my first time trying something like this, and I'll definitely be doing it again. I think it just adds such a cool layer to this already very three-dimensional piece, and it was so much fun. I love creating those. And then of course I started peeling these asters off of this wheat tray. This wheat tray is from Gaffrey Art Materials, and you can see the flowers come off fairly easily. These just had a lot of different peaks, so I was trying to be careful and use the paint scraper just so I don't damage their little petals. And then I sorted out which ones I was going to add to my painting, and I started peeling off my flowers one by one and placing them on the large tray. And I love doing this. I love getting organized. When I'm creating art, I really love for my process to feel very organized and very, I like to have a sense of order, which I know isn't really what we think of when we think of artistry and things like that, but I really enjoy it because then I feel a little more free to do a little more expanding in other areas when I know my flowers are ready to go and I know they're all in front of me, and I just love making the process beautiful. But for myself, and because I know you guys are watching and you'll appreciate it too, so it's just like a everyone wins kind of experience. And look at these roses. I love how they turned out. They're so pretty. But later I'm gonna show you what I do to make them look even brighter in the center, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's so crazy. So here are all my flowers. They look so beautiful. And here's my vase, and you can see everything is still to scale. It's perfect. You can see how in some of the areas I'll need to be trimming away at it, but it peels off just so satisfyingly. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I placed my flowers on the canvas just to make sure they fit and make sure that I had a good idea for where I wanted everything to be. And then I could actually start fixing everything to the canvas. This was such a beautiful bouquet, just start to finish. I loved it. I think I've made 7 paintings already where I am just creating or recreating Pinterest bouquet photos. And I love every one of them. And I continue to learn so much from every single bouquet. And I just want to keep going. I don't see an end in sight. You know, sometimes I get a little bored from doing the same thing over and over. But I guess because this isn't really doing the same thing over and over, it just speaks to my soul, and I am just having so much fun. So I hope you are really enjoying watching me make these videos, because I have got a ton more footage. I am always getting so much new inspiration. Like every day I just have so much inspiration. And of course I still have inspiration from weeks, months before even that I still haven't been able to create because I'm just so busy all of the time doing things that I'm inspired to do. So I think it's a really great thing in life when you can be busy doing things you love so much that there's nothing you'd rather do. And that's pretty much how my life is right now. And I am just so happy with it. I just feel so blessed, and I just love sharing everything that's good about my life with you guys. And I just hope you guys love my videos, because I sure love making them. And here you can see I was kind of playing around with some background greenery that kind of fades in between the background and the foreground. So it's textured, but it's not painted on with a brush. And then of course you can see I added a lot of brush work to this painting as well. And you can see here this rose, I'm just adding some watered down neon pink to the dead center. And then as it dries, it gets much darker, and it just creates such a strong additional experience to the already 3D flowers. So that was really cool. And I am so excited to take this to the bazaar in, I believe, 3 weeks. Although by the time this video comes out, the bazaar might already be over. So I am just so in love with this piece, and I hope everyone at the bazaar loves it. And I am going to keep you guys posted with my next artwork, which is coming up soon. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more stuff. Don't forget to turn on notifications, and then you'll be able to see my work when it comes out every Friday. And please don't forget, if you're inspired by my work, please post your beautiful artwork with the hashtag Lemon and Sunshine Art Community. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you in the next video.